Hi, I'm Gareth Kane and welcome to another edition of Ask Gareth. The idea here, as always, is very, very simple. You ask me questions about corporate social responsibility and sustainability, and I do my best to answer them. The clue is in the name. And the question this time comes from Rob. Rob's pseudonym, because he wants to remain anonymous, says, "Dear Gareth, we are having an internal debate on whether to approach sustainability from the bottom up or the top down, as we can see advantages and disadvantages in each. Which do you recommend?" That's a great question, and one that a lot of people don't think about. They just launch into where they think is the best place to start engagement. I hope it's not a cop-out, but you have to do both. It's not neither or. You have to engage bottom up and top down. But in addition to that, there's the very important middle slice of the cake as well, a middle layer of the cake, I should say, middle management. And I'm going to run through each of these in turn because each of them requires slightly different attention. Okay, let's start with bottom up, and because this is where a lot of people start. Typically, they'll set some targets and then start appointing sustainability champions to help make these targets happen. Now, we have to be very careful here. I sometimes think we get a bit too brainwashed with these sort of Athena poster style motivational quotes about small groups of people changing the world and all the rest of it, and if you conceive, believe, you can achieve and all that stuff. But we have to be realistic. Because if you expect your security guard or your cleaner to deliver major sustainability gains, then you're going to be very disappointed. They simply do not have the authority to do so. If you're going to do bottom up, you have to have very realistic opportunities of what you're trying to achieve. If you have a network of champions or engaging more broadly, then typically the kind of things you can achieve out of this are quick wins, identifying barriers to change, and creating the right environment, the right culture for when other major changes come along that everybody knows what it's about and embraces it. If you try and give your champions targets and things like that, it simply won't work. My little maxim is you should see champions as the oil in the engine, not the fuel. Okay, so if that's the bottom-up stuff, let's go to the other end of the spectrum, the top-down. Now, this is absolutely essential if you're going to create transformational change in your organisation, because it's the people in the boardroom and senior management who make the long-term, large-scale, big-picture decisions which will fundamentally determine the ecological footprint of your organisation. So I'm talking about things like major investment in plant infrastructure, buildings, the whole business model, products, which do you keep, which do you delete, which new products do you bring online. All of those will have the biggest impact that you could possibly imagine on the ecological footprint of your organisation. So you have to engage those people not with quick wins and wishy-washy stuff. You have to engage them by getting them to think about the long-term implications of some of these decisions they're making and take on the ultimate responsibility for those sustainability targets. Okay, so that's the bottom and the top. Let's look at the middle. Now, I often say that middle management is where sustainability projects go to die. And I don't want to get into some sort of Reggie Perrins type stereotyping of middle managers, because middle managers effectively make organisations work. But they often have a huge number of different objectives. And if you try and get them to do sustainability and make different decisions as a result of sustainability just out of the goodness of their heart, then you will find that is always going to play second fiddle to those objectives, those formal objectives that they are going to be measured on at the end of every year. So as well as engaging people, you have to target key decision makers, the ones who will have the biggest effect on sustainability, and make sure that sustainability requirements are explicitly and preferably quantifiably embedded into their personal objectives. because you as a sustainability manager cannot make those changes in your little green silo. It has to be in every part of the reporting structure that will have an impact on your ecological footprint. So, to sum up, Rob, let's look at the triple bottom line, which is you have to engage people in sustainability at every level in the organisation, but each level requires its own technique. Okay, Rob, that's a very quick flash through engagement and environmental management and some of the issues involved in it, but I hope those basic principles of top, middle, bottom really clarify a few of those issues for you. Everybody who's watching this, if you have a comment, if you agree, disagree with anything I've said, please put it in the comments here below the video. I will answer every single one, and it's always good to get a bit of a debate going. If you find this video useful, then please do like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it, definitely share it amongst your colleagues and other contacts. And don't forget to go to www.terrainfirma.co.uk and sign up to the Low Carbon Agenda. That's my monthly newsletter, which will give you every edition of Ask Gareth into the future, along with a whole load of other stuff into your inbox for free every month. And remember, whether you're making those incremental changes to the environmental performance of your organisation or facilitating massive step changes towards sustainability, it all counts. You're making the world a better place, and you should be proud of that. Until next time, goodbye.